Today I woke up at 4:30, man, and it was way different than the usual. So normally I go sleep early and I wake up at 4:45 a.m. every morning. But today I woke up at 4:30 and I even went to sleep way later, like after 11 p.m. And the feeling was crazy. I always keep my phone on the table so that whenever I have the alarm in the morning, I just have to force myself to get out of my bed and actually switch off, to not wake up anyone in the house. And today when I got on my feet, right 2-3 seconds right after the alarm hits, I kind of felt like my brain shut down for half a second and I fell back to the bed. Not just most probably because I hit the hardest leg workout yet yesterday, but also because of the sleep and the stress and everything. And I had to stay in the bed for like 5 seconds before actually getting up. That's how bad it felt. When I switched the alarm off, I was thinking about all the reasons to go back to bed. I was thinking about all the excuses to go back to bed. Why it was okay to go back and sleep. It was 4:30. I could have I could have went back to bed and wake up exactly 2 hours later, which is just enough for myself to wake up, get breakfast, and get ready and then go to school and come in time. Could have just wake up at 6:30. Still went, did my usual morning routine, and today's a rest day, so I did my cardio. Fucking 5:30 a.m., still dark outside, running. Then came back home, did a cold shower, took a nice cold shower, like proper cold. So fucking uncomfortable, but it did not matter, I still did it. And now I'm here recording. And this responsibility is not that big yet, I don't have a big audience on YouTube. I can simply not record, I can simply lie. No one's gonna care, no one's gonna notice. I still decide to wake up early and come here and record this video. And for the dickheads right there, trying to attack me in the comment, trying to say, oh, but you don't wake up at 4:45. Bro, go on my Instagram. At least you put the link. Go on my Instagram and watch me every morning. Watch me grinding every morning, unlike you. Talking to the haters, of course. And this is what I want to talk about, Keep on making excuses. Your mind just making all types of excuses, man. How to detect it and how to change it. Of course, I'm human and I have not mastered this skill myself of detecting every single time when I'm making an excuse and kind of switching it up and taking the right action, which is the best option to grind and to eventually, make myself better in the long term. Whenever we have to do something that we know is kind of important, or even if it's not important, like for example for me this morning, it wasn't that important to record this video. As I said already, I could have recorded it later on or tomorrow. I don't have an audience, I could have just not do it. But last night, I told myself I'm going to wake up at 4:30 and I will get my cardio done and I will take the cold shower and I'll get this video done. We feel worse when we don't do something that we committed ourselves to. We feel worse when we don't do something we told ourselves we were going to do. Because every time that you're not doing something you promised yourself you're going to do, you're eventually just convincing yourself more and more that you eventually will not even reach your own goals. Because of course the first step to reach your goals is to just convince yourself that you'll make it no matter what. Because if you have some doubt, you just won't make it. Yes, it's always good to have that slight bit of doubt which will not allow you to be lazy towards it, because one day you will eventually make it, right? So it's okay to be a little bit doubtful, so that in that way you're actually working harder and harder and harder, so that you don't eventually lose your purpose. But when you're so doubtful that you literally just wake up and think it does not matter, I'm not going to reach my goals anyways, that's why you're fucking it up. That's why you're actually making yourself and practicing yourself and developing the skill of being more and more doubtful. The first step to not be doubtful is to just fucking do it. Of course you're not going to believe in it if you can't even get up and start taking action. Of course you're not going to believe that you're going to, I don't know, become an entrepreneur if you can't even do your own work, if you can't even sit down and work an hour per day. Of course. The first step is to just do it. When you actually start doing it, you're not going to have doubts. You're going to work so hard to the point that you make failure impossible. There's people that just take actions, the amount of action that's required to make yourself just enough sure that you'll make it. And there's those types of people that work way more than what is required to, making themselves sure and confident enough that they will make it 100%. When you're working 7-8 hours per day towards your goal, towards a purpose, with a burning desire inside of you, with all of that motivation, all that discipline, barely sleeping, staying up till late night, waking up early in the morning just to work on your dreams, on your goals, on your purpose, is very, very unlikely, 99.9% unlikely that you eventually fail. I don't know, maybe like an accident, something happens, that will maybe stop you, or maybe even that won't stop you. Other than that, if there's nothing like that, 100% guaranteed you will eventually make it if you just start taking action. And how do you detect when you're eventually making excuses? When you tell yourself you will eventually do something, and then when you're about to take the action and you start thinking about all the pros and cons, that's where you know that you're making excuses and you're giving yourself all the reasons not to do the action, not to take the action. When you just do it and you don't even think about the advantages, the disadvantages, you just fucking do it because you know that's the right thing to do. That's where you know you're going to succeed and you're ignoring the excuses. But there's so many of you, so many, that just wake up and just think, oh no, I didn't get enough sleep, let me just go back. So fucking weak. You fucking call out, you fucking fall down on the first excuse already. You know how many excuses I go through? How many excuses does my mind process and I'm still able to do it? And as I said already, yes, I'm human. Of course, I sometimes too fail. And when I do fail, I will recognize it. I will understand that what I did is wrong and learn from it. I won't start making more excuses to cover the fact that I made something wrong, that I took the wrong action, that I was lazy. I'm surely not going to be that arrogant to now searching for more excuses to make that laziness reasonable. That's for fucking pussies. That's so low if you do that, man. So unlikely that you're gonna make it if you do that. But it's still time for you to change if that's you. It's better to change rather than, of course, not changing if you're that way. Now, whenever I make my excuses, just like this morning, I got up and I was thinking, recording this video might not even get me any views. It's not going to make any difference. It's not going to help me in any way. I don't have a big audience. No one knows about it. No one's going to care. No one's going to notice if I don't record today. It does not matter. I didn't get enough sleep. 5 hours. I have school. I have a fucking test. Why don't I just go sleep 2 more hours? 7 hours clean sleep. Get up and, all energetic with all the rest that I needed. Just go school. Why didn't I do that? because I ignore the fucking excuses. I detect the excuses when I'm making excuses at the back of my mind. I detect it and I instantly eliminate it. As soon as you tell yourself you're going to do something and you catch yourself looking for excuses. As soon as that happens, man, do something about it as soon as possible, instantly. Go like, no, I gotta do what I gotta do. Does not matter. Not enough sleep, it does not matter. I'm tired, it does not matter, I'm ready. Just go, do your work. You don't need a reason. The best way, if you're really bad at it, is to, when you have the best mental state and when you have the most motivation, just write down on a piece of paper or something something that you want to do and the time that you want to do it. And then when it eventually comes to that time, you're gonna think about the excuses. Then you're gonna see the paper and be like, wait, when I was thinking about it at that moment, I did not find any excuse. Which means that my pussy mind is making excuses now, but there's no real reason to not do it. And eventually we'll do it. The biggest door in this journey is in your own mind. The biggest ever door. It's not your physique. It's not the world. It's not the competition. It's not everyone else. It's your own mind. The difference between me and another person of my same exact age and my same exact situation, but is making 10K a month, is successful, is inspired people. The only difference between us is the mindset. You know, I can be way better than the person I am right now, and I'm certainly trying to be the best. And every time that I realize and I understand that there's something I can improve, I learn it and I implement it instantly. And if I can't do it, I try again and again until I can finally do it. This my guy right there is running right now. Respect for him, man. That being said, I hope you understood, man. Whenever you tell you something, you're going to do something, and then the time eventually comes and you start looking at the pros and cons, what to do, what not to do, all the disadvantages. That's where you know that you're making excuses. Quit right there thinking about the reasons. Just take the fucking action. And I guarantee you, man, it's going to feel 10 times better than not doing it. Because if you eventually not do it, you're still going to have the thoughts. You're still going to have the fucking, what's it called? The stress. Oh, I did not do this. Oh, I missed out on this. I didn't do this and that. And I'm behind. But if you eventually do it, you're not going to care. You're not going to care about the disadvantages. You've done it and you're going to feel better. I could have just wake up at 6:30, but I was going to be upset at the fact that I did not record my video, I did not do my cardio, I did not take a cold shower, I did not keep my promise. Yes, I was going to have maybe more mental performance in school, maybe feel a little better, a bit less tired, but I was still going to have those thoughts of regret for not waking up 2 hours earlier. Whereas now, I might be slightly more tired in school, but I'll surely be 10 times more proud of myself, knowing that I kept my promise, knowing that I did what I told myself I was going to do. Go work hard right now, bro. You're just fucking wasting time.